All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. And this was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Get up!
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go!
On second down, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
Get up! Let's go! Hey, gun.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Let's go!
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here's Ryan to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Let's go!
On first down, Ryan almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Ryan on second down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and got the ball from them.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go! Hey! Snickers, 66.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hurry up, let's go! Corner! Hey! Big.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On third down, Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go up.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go! All right, let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's go now. Corner. Hey! Hey! I got him, man. He's mine. Monday.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go. Let's go! Hey, boys, go. All right, let's go. Eight! Corner!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Jack 16.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On second down, here's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run it with Bell. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go. Hurry up, let's go. Jack 16.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Snickers, you gotta spin. 8, 8, 8, 8.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This is Bell on the dump off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's go now, Marty.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there,
Either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Snickers, 66. AB.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go. All right, let's go. Got four down. Go ahead.
Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
All right, let's go. Monday. Big.
They snap it at one. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So out come the Falcons now, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. He gets away from one. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Jack 16. Monday.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He'll fight a man over the middle. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
You got him. You got him.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Double bump. 8.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Returnable here for Davis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Get up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. To throw is Ryan. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, to return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On second down, it's Bell. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Roethlisberger now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
All right, let's go. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Corner.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Now Roethlisberger and a hand to Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Reverse, you gotta spin. Jack 16.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And McDonald here over the middle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
21.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do
best. On the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
4 down. Monday. Jack 16. Gang.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 19 yards that time for number 19. Roethlisberger now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now the toss to Bell running right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
66.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Let's go. Snickers, 66.
Now Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Returnable here for Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready. 280.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's Ryan. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Get up.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking deep for Julio. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Ryan will throw again. Caught on the right side by Jones. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes the
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And down inside the 15 he goes. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
We got three. Ready.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Here's Sanu on the catch. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
21.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drive.
And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Hey! Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Double bump. Snickers.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. It's Bell. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash. Makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. buying time to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. If they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Caught by Sanu. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And finding the tight end Hoover. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, Ryan. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the rookie Terrell Edmonds. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The give is to Bell, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll go again with Bell. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Runs through the contact. And oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Grady Jarrett in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the air on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Hurry up, let's go. Everyone's got 4.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Black 20. And I got you.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. And that kneeled down a little extra sweet. You get the win, and you knock out somebody's perfect season.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because it's not a championship game yet, but the team that's undefeated feels like a champion. So you've won a little bit extra in this one. Yeah, they've got to feel great about taking a knee here.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Steelers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.